Hello, hello, and welcome back as we endure the aftermath of making Ball of Derp the laughingstock of the Chosen World in Perfidious Pete plays XCOM, War of the Chosen. I'm not gonna lie, I actually feel a little bad about last episode. You guys are sitting here drinking and celebrating, and that's all well and good, but you know, go and analyze Ball of Derp's performance last mission. She just stood around confused and looking maybe a little sad. Her assault on our team made Kristen Wiffleball Stewart's poetry look super nuanced and skilled by comparison, and I'm wondering, do you think maybe Ball of Derp has CTE? Is that the explanation for her behavior? It does make a disturbing sort of sense if you take a moment and think about it. Every time we've seen Ball of Derp, we've buried her in explosions, so probably at this point, she's endured more than a few concussions, right? So then her behavior can be explained by chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Man, that word is hard to say. Was last episode like Ball of Derp just trying to go all Jovan Belcher, but when she showed up to try and ask us to, you know, take care of her daughter before committing harakiri in the parking lot, instead of us doing the responsible thing and trying to talk her down and get her the help and medical care that she needs, we did exactly what the NFL did, and we just threw more explosives at the problem and made it work. We're like, everything's fine, Jovan. Put a helmet on, get back in there. You need to get some tackles out. It's just, I don't want to be the NFL. Am I the bad guy here? I kind of feel a little like the bad guy. I also kind of feel like these experimental weapons are not at all useful, which I notice you're surprisingly silent on the subject, Dr. Teigen. Usually you have something to say about how your research is progressing, but even you know this was completely useless, huh? Okay. New Proving Ground project is available. Well, the Frost Bomb, Shadowkeep, yeah, we're never going to do any of those, though, because we literally can't use them. I think maybe the Frost Bomb we could use, but that's the only one of those items we could even equip. We also don't really have much to research here. Vipers, we could do a bunch of autopsies, but I don't really care about autopsies. Let's do a little psionics research. Not that we're going to train a psion, because again, you know, Reaper Madness, this is Reaper only, but it does unlock some other more story-driven stuff. We can get Dr. Teigen and his boys working on that.
There is something exciting about working under the more intense conditions found on the Avenger.
Yeah, I know, every moment is a sexual thrill when you see the Sky Ranger return to the Avenger with a fresh load of newly killed aliens. I'm sure it's a glorious time for you to be alive, Dr. T. I'm glad you're glad. So we get some construction happening off camera as well.
I probably wouldn't be alive today if it weren't for your father. He was something of a miracle worker.
Oh, this is where John Bradford has a touching moment with Lily Shen when he talks about the time that Dr. Shen perfected human organ cloning so that Bradford could get that new liver he so desperately needed.
Had to get the ship running. But he didn't live long enough to see her fly.
Did live long enough to watch John poison that replacement liver with an unholy amount of gin, though.
Wherever we find them.
You'll get no argument here.
So we did a little off-camera maintenance. We did some swapping down in the old armory as well. We fired the skirmisher we recruited, or rather, we recruited them and convinced them that being a skirmisher was a terrible idea, and that instead, DeAndre Soldier Boy Way should become a Reaper, and he immediately relented and converted to the one true faith. And that's it. Other than that, we started building on a proving ground. It's back to scanning. We're just sitting here waiting for missions to pop up. I want to go have a little fun. Shielded power coil is finished. All that got us was Elerium crystals. We could really use more than Elerium crystals, though. What we need now are enough supplies to build a workshop. If y'all could help me out here. Alien debris, you should have like a ton of supplies, though, right? Let's get Malin Ackerman and George Harrison back doing their civic and, honestly, karmic duty. Get down there and wield the shovels. The gods have decreed that you shall be the two who wieldeth the shovel, so go forth and wield them. It's your dharma. Advent lightning reflexes. Well, Overwatch shots always miss Advent troopers. Not a problem for us, because the only time we ever would qualify for Overwatch, we don't get it anyway, because somebody has stepped on top of one of our troopers and they just shoot them in the heart, so I'm not too worried about Advent picking up little lightning reflexes. That has almost zero effect on us. Alright, well, let's go spill some supplies and do that then, Lily. Although I gotta admit, the workshop is what I'm saving supplies for here. I'm trying to hoard my money. Yeah, well, we don't actually have a bacon engineer, huh? All right.
Especially when it comes to weapons development.
Well, there goes 50 of my delicious supplies to
Get started immediately, Commander.
start working on a skulljack. That's a little disappointing. We don't have a free engineer, resistance ring engineer, power relay engineer, who, you know what, power relay engineer, Daniel Hall, your services, sir, are no longer required. Beat it. What are you going to do instead? Come over here to the proving ground and start working on skulljack research, and just be glad I don't demote you to shovel man. Because that could happen. You could be doing an unholy amount of shoveling at literally any moment in time. Count your blessings. Back to scanning that. A supply raid. This is exactly what we needed. We needed this is perfect. Automated defenses. Intel suggests a high concentration of robotic enemies at this mission site. That's very bad for us because we are not good at killing robots. They have armor. They have health. We have low damage and no way to shred that armor. Hey, Bradford, I noticed you were flying the Avenger there, but the map very clearly said that the mission was in Madagascar, and you have taken us, like, to Johannesburg. Is there a reason for that, or is this just you typically being yourself and terrible at geometry, Pete? At least Bradford knows what's... Okay, yeah, you're right. He's bad at geography, but I am bad at speaking. I think we take Miley Cyrus and Lieutenant Rihanna Cake Kenny on this one. You want to put your name on it? No, I really don't, Rihanna. Thanks, though. But Kristen Wiffleball Stewart. Let's take some of our lesser... I feel like we need one more really strong trooper, and then maybe we can get by with... I don't want to say lesser troopers, but... No, you know what? I kind of do actually want to say lesser troopers. Lesser troopers. Let's take the Wiffleball. And then, I don't know, like Cameron Diaz, Seth Rogen. Now, we're going to save Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron as a bonded pair for one of our later missions. Matthew Flat Circle McConaughey has not seen action in a while, but we've got a lot of sergeants working here. We could take bonded pair Cheech and Chong. You know what? Let's take bonded pair Cheech and Chong. Anybody who's got a bond, we kind of want to work on leveling up. Do you have a potential bond? No. Charlize Theron really likes Keanu Reeves, though. That's a relationship I think we gotta let percolate a little. Although we do need to get Keanu in on this mission. Alright, you know what, Kristen Stewart? Beat it. We're taking Keanu Reeves. Pete, you're taking both of your people that are allowed to equip an... I know, but Keanu's got to get some EXP. I guess we'll just leave him with the frag grenade because we have nothing else to give him. The Ghost. Anybody who unlocks the ability to carry extra equipment, we've got to kind of prioritize them as far as EXP purposes, because we're going to need people who can carry some gear. One of these people is going to ultimately have to, I think, wield a skulljack.
In position for deployment.
If we do have Nava Rubin still lurking around in the waiting in the wings in the stables, ready to go be the specialist that skulljacks for us. But I should very much like to not have to use Nava Rubin to go skulljack something. If we can get one of our Reapers to wield it, I would prefer the Reaper do it. I really do want this to be a full Reaper campaign if possible. If for whatever mission restrictions we can't wield that skulljack, then, you know, we'll just have to make do. But if we can do it with the Reaper, we're going to do it with the Reaper. Pete, I've been watching your playthrough, and you say if it can't be done with a Reaper. Like, there's anything that a Reaper can't do.
Be on alert for robotic enemies moving near that position.
Avoid destroying critical supplies, neutralize all enemy targets. So our goal here is actually just kill everything. That's very unfortunate. I was hoping this would be the supply raid where we're just supposed to go, like, tag boxes. Because this team would be supremely good at it. Why is there a baboon howling in the background? Chad, do you hear that?
What would appear to be a single entity is actually a swarm of tiny robotic units.
It's actually a specter and a whole pod of robots, and that is straight up terrible for us, because that's a very difficult pod for us to deal with. Alright, Rihanna, do you have Silent Killer? You do have Silent Killer. Interesting. I feel like they changed Silent Killer, because I remember Silent Killer being, as long as you killed your target, there was no chance for you to be revealed. I seem to remember that being a thing and us using it to really, really good effect, but it doesn't appear to be the case anymore. Silent Killer now says the chance to reveal still does occur, it just doesn't get worse. Interesting. We still don't have anybody with squad sight yet, which we kind of need. Miley Cyrus, you have the most and most damaging Claymore mines. Let's see if we can get you in a permission to... In a permission? Man, Pete, you cannot talk to... I know. I can't talk today. I think I'm stroking out a little bit. Need to go check my blood pressure. She has the most Claymores, though, so we want to get... Oh, these guys aren't patrolling? Well, alright then. Never mind. Their failure to patrol has made our job surprisingly easy. So, Miley, we'll just have you run up here, then.
An alien patrol.
Don't worry. It's just more robots, and we're not really that super worried about them. So when these guys react, we want to be in a relatively good position to handle their reaction. I'm going to go ahead and take Chami Chong on a yellow move here. Keanu, let's put you up here. We're going to need, we need a button, man, and if we can feed Keanu Reeves EXP, we want to feed Keanu Reeves EXP as much as possible. This is a lot of freaking robots, though. I don't suppose any of these guys are near something that we can explode, are they? Somebody is. Oh, goodness. Oh, these guys are. Do any of you have more than 12 health? The Spectre does. Can one of you guys throw a Claymore over there to help us out a little bit? Not this turn, but none of this stuff is patrolling, so call me crazy. I kind of feel like we got some time. Rihanna, we're going to have you stay right where you are. Actually, we still want Keanu Reeves to take that kill. Cameron Diaz, let's get you up here behind this tree. Cheech, nothing fancy out of you. Come squat behind this rock. Rihanna, you go on Overwatch. Pete, why are you Overwatching? I don't know. It's never going to matter. It'll never be useful. We might be able to eradicate 2 of these pods in a single turn if we can get them. Stay by that thing, though. So can we get somebody to go over there and drop a Claymore? If we can, this is going to be an incredible turn for XCOM and an incredibly terrible turn for our foes. So, Miley, we're going to have you do this.
Now we wait.
Oop. Now we play the waiting game. I mean, sure, Hungry Hungry Hippos is definitively better, but the waiting game's okay. And then Keanu, you don't have remote start, though. Alright then, I guess it won't be you that's doing it. Charlize, you have remote start, right? Let's go ahead and... I mean, that's not going to kill any of our own people, is it? That explosion is hard, just like Titanic. I don't think it is. This explode... Nah, we're good. Alright. Well, you guys are very dead. In hell. That was pretty amazing, actually. Pretty amazing. So we need somebody in a position over here to... These guys are patrolling. It feels like if they're patrolling, our best bet is maybe just go ahead and kill them. We'd love to drop a Claymore on top of them, but we may not have the opportunity to drop a Claymore on top of them forever. In fact, anybody who can just take the shot now should probably just take the shot.
Advantage.
Yeah, I think Cheech Marin may have just killed 6 people with 1 single shot because he got promoted twice. The combat music is playing here, but I'm not really sure why. Keanu, you're our scouting ghost. Are there more guys around somewhere? Who's left? Oh, there's a Spectre. But he's it, though. You know what? Keep an eye on him.
I am on the move.
The rest of this Spectre may be all that remains. I'm tempted to just have everybody start shooting at him. I don't suppose we could blow him up, can we? I mean, yes. We can. Can anybody get up there and throw a Claymore on top of that guy to help us out? Nope. Well, Tommy Chung, I'm not going to pass up free damage, so Make the explosion happen. Your buddy Cheech paved the way. He was the founder of the feast. Now that the way is paved, continue following the road that Cheech has laid out for you.
There is nowhere to hide.
No, there's really not. She's right. There's nowhere to hide. And who has Silent Killer? You don't, but we could just come and murder this man. Or we could have... Nah, you know what? That's fine. I'm curious what this Spectre's gonna do. Probably come step on Keanu Reeves and shoot him in his spine. That's what they love to do. Nope. Yep, he's gonna come step on Keanu and shoot him in the spine. Or he's just gonna stand there and wait to die. Also good. I mean, as far along as you're picking things to do, standing there waiting to die, I wholeheartedly support that decision. Do more of that.
Folk says I am to obey.
You know what? We could just have Keanu shoot this guy in the heart. This may be the last man on the mission. In fact, it probably is. Keanu, shoot him in the heart. Does he have a heart? He's actually like a cloud of nanomachines. Sweet, Keanu Reeves' lone kill with the promotion. We abused them, though. The aliens just... it's so good, man. The team is starting to fire on all cylinders, and when they're firing on all cylinders, they're freaking unstoppable. We're not going to rest until the Earth is ours again. It feels like it's going to be a very short matter of time, though. Reaper's OP? I didn't think so at first, but maybe I'm beginning to come around to the fact that Reapers are even better than Rangers. We killed everybody on the map. We never even got shot at and never even left stealth. Most of our foes died when a gas main exploded. I mean, this is the perfect covert operation, though. We have total deniability on this one.
I'm glad to see that our cooperation with the Resistance factions is going so well, Commander.
Cooperation with the Resistance faction? The Resistance faction is carrying us on this one. We're not cooperating. They're doing all the work. I really would like to get remote start. Keanu has we had to buy Keanu tactical rigging, though. We gotta have it. And shrapnel is an you know what? No, shrapnel is an absolute must. I hate the fact that Keanu doesn't have remote start. Target definition would also be good for Keanu. We have a couple scouts set aside, though, already. Corporal Martin, you're a savant, Cheech. I forgot Cheech is a combat savant. Look at these AP on the Cheecher. He's also got Shredder, which is amazing. I mean, we're definitely taking Shrapnel. And you know what? We're taking Shredder. Because we're going to long-term, we're gonna need that. And also, you know what? Take Blood Trail, too. We'll spend some extra points on Cheech Marin. We gotta get Cheech in more missions. The man is a savant. Picked up 40 allies, 14 Illyrium, 68 supplies, 2 Illyrium cores. That's big for us, because I think to date, previously we had a grand total of 1 Illyrium core. We've also unlocked the Spectre Autopsy, which we're in no real hurry to get. And Rihanna and Miley Cyrus have deepened their bonds.
On board the Avenger are a step up from the conditions they've had to live with on the ground.
Yeah, well, let's improve that bond in the training system.
Continues to grow. They can gain additional tactical strengths if they continue their training together.
Confirm it. We want to take that bond to level 3. The dynamic diva duo here of Rihanna and Miley Cyrus, they will never be stopped. It is a new month. We should go check out the black market, and also maybe we can sell some corpses and get ourselves enough to build our workshop. I really want a workshop. It's going to save us a lot of engineers. Long term, that's just more mouths to feed. 6 days for a soldier. Probably we will take that, but we got to go black market first.
Avenger plotting new course.
Have we finished making contact with the region yet either? Are we still working on that whole... We're still working on that whole shtick, and the Avatar project is like 50% of the way up. We should probably focus on that maybe a little. Advent Trooper corpses. I don't feel like we're going to need all these. Let's go down to 5. Officer corpses we will need. Sectoid corpses, we'll need fewer of those. Let's go down to 6. Stun Lancer corpses, we're going to have a ton of those. Faceless corpses, those we're going to need to make... we're going to make a Mimic Beacon out of those. Purifier Corpse, we can probably get rid of one of those. No, I'm not selling any of my Illyrium cores. Advent Mech Rex, we just picked up a bunch. We do need a couple for an autopsy, but only a couple. Let's go down to 8. We got 2 Spectre Corpses. We'll save those for the autopsy. We got a superior PCS, which gives us agility. I'm going to sell it. Because I don't like agility. My God, we're not getting... The only time we're ever getting shot at is when somebody comes and steps on us. And I'd really rather just have more health so that it doesn't kill us. The dodge is not going to save us. So what can we buy? Advanced repeater. Yes, that is a must-buy. I would prefer it be a superior repeater, but I'll take whatever I can get. Autoloaders and laser sights we have absolutely no use for. Advanced conditioning, superior focus. Now, chosen assassin information. Halves hunt the chosen covert action time. You know, that's pretty good. Is it worth 35 intel good? We need to expand our contacts. We're going to be burning through intel pretty fast. That's tempting, though. You know what? Yeah, I think maybe I'll take that. It's 35. That'll leave us with enough to make contact with at least one more and possibly 2 more regions. We'll need 1 intel to have enough to branch out into 2 spaces. I'm okay with that. We don't need alloys or Illyrium. We're going to use very little in that regard throughout the campaign because we're going to do so little research. Like, we never have to research sniper rifles or mag weapons or any of that stuff.
The Chosen aren't going to stop hunting us, Commander. Our only option is to find them first. To do that, we'll need to work with the Resistance on a covert action in the ring.
John Bradford, just don't give me any more advice. Should you do me a favor and just not give me any more advice? So we're gonna empty Daniel Hall. I'm sorry, Hall. I kind of pulled the carpet out from under you on that one, didn't I? Let's put you in here. Give the Avenger more power so that we can build a workshop, and ultimately you can be replaced with a robot. I'm employing you here so that I can phase out your job.
Workshop construction initiated.
We'd love to get another engineer helping to build the workshop as well. That would be very nice, but we're not going to be able to do that either. We're just gonna have to bide our time. Six days still on making content. You know, I would really rather have the soldier. We've also got 1 day on a facility lead. I'm gonna come down here, tag this, go hit the facility lead, come back, pick up the soldier, and then we're making contact regardless of what else gets thrown our way.
Commander, there were a few wounded during the latest covert action.
And it looks like Dave Chappelle took a hit.
Everyone will be ready to get back out there.
That's fine. Picked up 2 Illyrium cores. Okay, that's really good. We need those Illyrium cores, but I really, when you said scavenge alien loot, it's not what I was hoping to find. It's really not. We could hunt the chosen assassin in 4 days, except for the fact that we don't have a lieutenant available. That sucks. What's our breakthrough research? Technical advances. Building resistance comms is 50% cheaper. That's trash, though. Somebody could get plus 10. Mox. No, I don't care about you. We can't do that one. Promotion? Don't mind if I do. No, we want to save the promotion, though, because we want to give it... Here's the thing. Do we want to give that promotion to Miley Cyrus? Miley Cyrus is already relatively high rank. If we promote her again, like, she's max rank? Yeah, we promote Miley again, she's gonna be rocking as a colonel. It's probably a little early for us to have a colonel. We've already got the squad size upgrade. I'd rather diversify a little bit. And since Rihanna and...
You've done a hell of a job keeping this ship together, Doctor.
Jeez, Bradford, God, what's the deal here? You're making an uncomfortable work environment for Lily with your constant hitting on her.
I'm more than happy to prove him wrong.
Bradford coming down to pitch a little woo at Lily Shen. You guys need to take that shit to HR. You're gonna wind up getting me sued. Anyway, as I was saying, since Miley Cyrus and Rihanna are a bonded pair, they're gonna be going on a lot of missions together. I want to have somebody else who is also very high rank, but I don't want it to be either of these two. I want to have somebody else who can be like the team leader of the B team, and I feel like that's Matthew Flat Circle McConaughey, if it's anybody. Alternatively, it could be... You know, Keanu Reeves just got promoted. If we promote... Never mind. I've changed my own mind. You know who's getting this promotion? Keanu Reeves is getting this promotion. The One is going to be leading us He is the one. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Keanu Reeves, he's the one. Add a soldier? Yeah, Sergeant Plus, Keanu Reeves. Go get him, Neo. Moderate chance Keanu gets wounded. If he has to get wounded for a promotion, totally worth it. What are you going to do with that Templar? Well, we're going to, you know, do the same thing we did with the skirmisher that we recruited. And that we're going to hire them and then immediately convert them into something better. We could upgrade this? No, we can't because we don't have enough supplies. I do want the Holo Planner and Digital Network. They are very good. But right now, we're really supply strapped. We're strapped for supplies. We're strapped like Soldier at a concert. Pete, you saying Soldier carries a gun? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, he has the word Soldier right in his name. It seems like it should just be part of his default gear. Soldier probably rocking around strapped. Plus, it makes him feel like a big man. We picked up a facility lead. All right, that's nice. I think we go make... Now, we pick up the Soldier, then we finish making contact. There's supplies up here, though, and we're desperate for them. We have too many things to do and not enough time to do them. That's the real problem. If my choices are soldiers or supplies, I would really, at this point, kind of rather have the supplies. We'll just tag that one again. Alright, we're going to get the supplies. So we've already immediately rescinded our overall plan. We're not going to go finish making contact. We're going to go supplies, soldier, contact. We're basically wrapping up the remainder of the month here, doing stuff that doesn't matter. Meanwhile, the Avatar project continues to progress completely unabated.
Commander, if we want to set back the aliens' work on the Avatar project, we should hit one of their facilities as soon as possible.
We actually did set it back once already this month, Bradford, and your as soon as possible and my as soon as possible don't necessarily have the same degree of urgency. There's not 100% transparency in that. Psi Lab, yeah, we're never going to build that. Advanced Psyamp, never going to need that. Advent Datapad, decryption is inspired, Mac breakdown is instant. Well, we want to do that then.
These robotic units developed by Advent seem
I'm not sure if we've even killed a robot before last mission where we killed like 9.
Selected units without reliance on external verification. Although it falls on me to work through the initial disassembly.
It always falls on you, Dr. Tigan.
In this process, as her knowledge of robotics far outweighs my own.
So wait a minute, are you saying Lily has an automaton kink? Like your kink is boning dead aliens and Lily's kink is,
as far as I can tell,
humping robots?
Fully automated and armed to the teeth.
I don't know, I guess Lily's is probably a little more healthy. I personally can't wait until sex bots are a thing. They'll be the total doom of the human species once they make a sex bot that's good enough at it. But when that day comes, I'm going to be a happy man. 14 days to research Illyrium. You know, this datapad decryption is inspired. It's going to take 1 day. I don't, Dr. Tigan. It's going to get us some intel, and that's the whole extent of the application's Avatar project. Just doesn't stop rolling.
Commander, the aliens continue to make progress on the Avatar project. If we're going to slow them down, we'll need to move fast.
Yeah, I'm actually starting to get a little worried about it, Bradford.
Research in remarkable time, Commander.
That was remarkable. 45 intel for us. Any new inspiration? No. Well, let's give Dr. Tigan 2 weeks off then. We'll handle this.
I will make that our highest priority.
You can research Illyrium, and in the meantime, we'll go back to doing a little bit of scanning here.
Priority message coming through, Commander. Putting it on screen.
How do we do this month?
Progress again.
Avatar project went up by 4.
Has been significant, Commander. But
constructed 1 alien facility. Okay. Completed a dark event.
Eliminate the alien threat.
Are you saying we didn't do a great job, Dr. Tigan? Our mysterious Optimus Prime? You're not necessarily wrong. We probably could have done a little better. Ball of Derp's knowledge is going to attempt to sabotage the Avenger. Got a retaliation. They're going to... Alright, so we got 1 more week until the Doom counter goes up again. And then we have a Haven defense in 2 weeks. We didn't pick up any new... Yeah, we didn't pick up any new orders, and I'm not inclined to switch any of these because I really like what we've got working so far. I'm going to ignore those supplies in favor of picking up these supplies because that supply drop is not going anywhere. There we go. 98 supplies. Beautiful. So what do we want to build? Like, we don't really need to build anything, although we do have a shielded power coil where we could put in a facility that takes 0 power. Alright. Malin Johannesson, congratulations. For the first time in your young life, you're officially off shovel duty. George Harrison, I hate to do this. I love working the Beatles to the bone, and I'd hope to work you to death. I mean, Beatles sort of already did it once, worked you to death, but... I'd love to work you to death again, but getting this workshop online frees us up so many extra engineers who we can then return to shoveling duties. I'm going to give you 8 days so that you can be back to shoveling just that much faster. And we don't want to spend... We actually don't have enough supplies to build the workshop even when this is complete. We need more supplies. Let's go get them. Like, we're going to need our whole supply drop here to build the workshop, really.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of
Operation Crimson Summer. Rescue a VIP from an Advent vehicle. This gets us Dr. Sarah Wheeler, scientist, and 78 intel. This is actually going to be a fairly difficult mission for us. Rescue missions, not our forte. Throwing explosives and stuff and making everything in the universe explode, that's what we're good at. Slipping in and bringing a person back out alive, that may be a bit of a difficult challenge, but it's going to be a difficult challenge for next episode. If you enjoyed this one, feel free to drop a like down in the comment section. Support really does mean a lot. If you'd like to see more surgical strikes, I'm telling you, it's like we're a fantastic medical examiner going in there to look at Javon Belcher's corpse and confirming that he, in fact, did have CTE. That's our surgical technique, man. We're going in there and being like, yep, Ball of Dirt definitely has suffered multiple concussions from all the explosives we've thrown at her. And we're just going to keep throwing them because it's way cheaper to do that than it is to actually address the problem NFL style. You want to see more of that, you might consider subscribing as well. Post new episodes of XCOM every single day right now. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you again soon.